Welcome to my channel, guys. So in this video I'm gonna show you guys how to make a studying YouTube channel. So there's 4 reasons why you should create a StudyTube account. Number 1 is to hold yourself accountable. Once you start your channel, you're most likely gonna attempt to be consistent with uploading videos and editing, especially once you gain an audience. Like, your audience is gonna be looking forward to more videos, and so that's going to be really helpful to hold yourself accountable in order to keep studying and doing the work that you have to do and sharing your progress with other people. So the next reason is to motivate yourself. So this is really helpful because it's really important to have that type of motivation. And I know a lot of people say that you shouldn't rely on motivation, and that's true to an extent, but if you have the motivation to study, like using your channel as a way to make it more fun and doing different activities and things like that. The next reason is because it makes studying fun. I know I'm kind of biased because I love content creation and I also love to study my languages, like Japanese especially. But yeah, when you edit videos and like film yourself and just document your life, it just makes the whole process fun and interesting. Then the last reason is because you can motivate others and inspire other people. So some people like to, including myself, like to use different studying channels to help motivate themselves to study. And you can be that person that helps others feel that motivation and inspiration to keep studying whatever subject they're trying to learn. And it's just like a cool way to build a community of people that feel that type of inspiration and motivation. So I know that's kind of like a big responsibility, especially if you're a little bit younger and you're in school right now, or like in high school or middle school. But it's not meant to be daunting. It's just a fun way to build a community with people. So step number 1 in starting your channel is to gather all of your study materials, like your pens, your pencils, any notebooks and textbooks, and make sure that you know exactly what you're gonna study. Which leads me to my next step, which is to pick a subject. Or you can study multiple subjects at once if you are feeling pretty bold. But I see a lot of study tubers just studying, like focusing on one major subject, especially maybe their hardest subject or their favorite subject. Like for me, I'm studying Japanese, and that is what I usually focus on throughout my entire channel. If you're in school, you should already have stationery ready for yourself. You probably already have like notebooks and pens and stuff like that. But if you're not in school and you're self-studying, then you can just go to like your local dollar store or discount store, or just any type of store that sells stationery, and you can just find something that you like. And when it comes to choosing a subject, like I was saying with languages that I'm learning, you can basically choose any subject that you like and feel comfortable studying with. Or you can choose a subject that you feel like you need a little bit more, you need to dedicate more time to doing it. Like for example, if you're in high school and you need to study chemistry and that's not your strong suit, then you can focus on studying that. Or if your favorite subject is, let's say, music theory, then you can focus on studying music theory. It really depends on whatever goal you have and your reason for studying. You can also use like digital resources like an iPad. I use my iPad to study Japanese because it's just a lot easier for me. My brain is very chaotic, and so it really helps to just use different apps, and I'm able to pick up on Japanese more when I study digitally. So if you're that type of person, then you can definitely use an iPad or a laptop or even your phone. So once you gathered your materials and you picked a subject, now it's time to find a space to study. So finding a space to study can be kind of difficult depending on your living situation. But even for me, like I live with family and I live with my sister as well. So I just have this little study space that we share. As you can see, it's like a little desk behind me. And yeah. You can also go to the library. I know most colleges, or pretty much all colleges, have libraries, and I know some schools have libraries as well. Like if you're in high school or middle school, you can go to the library. When I was in middle school, I actually used to go to the library during lunch hours. After I would eat my lunch, I would just go in the library with my friends, and we would just hang out and like do homework and assignments and things like that. So you can do that as well if you're in any school from like grades 7 through 12. And I'm just here showing you guys the desk that I share with my sister. It's pretty simple, and I know it looks a bit messy, but as long as it gets the work done. Like I said, I usually study with my iPad, and as you can see, this is a monitor, and so I use this and I just plug in my laptop, and then I'm able to study on my laptop as well. So it's pretty small and simple. It doesn't have to be grand. So next is filming equipment. So you can use a camera. If you don't have a camera, don't go and buy one, because we're not trying to invest like hundreds and thousands of dollars just to practice studying and building a study routine. You're just trying to have a fun way of holding yourself accountable and learning to practice studying and trying to master whatever subject you're doing. So if you don't have a camera, then if you want, you could possibly ask your parents to buy you a camera, or if you really want to buy a camera, you could, but just using your smartphone is good. In fact, I would recommend that, because while you're studying, instead of going on your phone, you know that you're filming while you're studying, so you don't want to interrupt your film just to like scroll on TikTok or whatever social media you use. So I would recommend using a smartphone as a way to start studying. So this is my setup. As you can see, I have my textbook, and then I have my phone, and this is the POV. So if I was sitting down right now, you would just see me with my notebook open, just writing things. Oh. But yeah, as I was saying, this is the POV, and this is what it would look like if I just filmed myself studying. You can just see the textbook and what I'm doing, and you can also do different angles as well. I'll show you another tool that I use to do a different angle. So this is another tool that I use. I forgot what it's called, but I'll link it below and Google it for you guys. But I got this from Amazon, and basically it's just this little tripod thingy that bends, and it's like an overhead shot. So for example, you can kind of just like, I can just show myself like highlighting things or like underlying stuff, and it's a really cool POV to have while you're filming your studying, but it's not really necessary. So then after you film, then this is the fun part for me, is editing. So you don't have to buy like expensive editing software like Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere Pro. I actually use Capcut. Even though I have the pro version, there's a lot of features that the free version has as well, and it has like a little purple letters that show you if it's a pro or if it's free or not, so you can make sure that you're not spending any money. And yeah, Capcut is completely free. I'm sure you may have heard of it, but if not, I'll actually link it down below, and yeah, and I'll actually show you guys a little bit what CapCut does and what it looks like. Also, you can edit with CapCut on your phone, iPad, pretty much any device, and computer as well. But if you don't have a computer, you can just use your phone. So this is what CapCut looks like. Like I said, you can edit it on your phone, and it's pretty simple. Like, it has text, audio, video. You can do different effects and filters. So if you want to make your video look aesthetic and pretty, then I believe you would just click on video and then go to filter. And a lot of these are pro, but this one is a really good filter. It's called Clear 2. And you can just look through and see which type of filters you want to use. And as you can see, there's a few free versions. And yeah, also if you click on the audio feature, you can find music. So you would just click on sounds, I believe, and they have like royalty free music. So they have like vlogs, spring, and the best thing to do is to click on right here, commercial, so to make sure that you don't get copyrighted. And yeah, like some of these are free and some are not, depending on what you see. Like I was saying right here, it has like the little pro symbol. My camera isn't focusing, but yeah, you kind of get the point. So then after you edit your video, then it's time to upload. But before you upload, you need to make a thumbnail. Now, you can make a thumbnail using pretty much several different apps. I like to use Canva. There's also this aesthetic app called Snow, and you can use like different aesthetic filters. I believe you can make collages as well. But Canva's pretty simple because it already has like study vlog templates that you can use, and you can just customize it and add filters and things like that. So it's pretty simple, and I'll show you a little demo of how to make a thumbnail. So after you have Canva downloaded, you'll just go into the app, then you'll hit create a design, and it should already be there, like YouTube thumbnail, or you can just type it in. And as you can see, it already has these really cool templates. So for this demo, I'm just gonna do this template because it looks very aesthetically pleasing and nice. And I'm just gonna edit it. So yeah, this is just like a basic thumbnail, but it still looks aesthetically pleasing. As you can see, it has like the little hearts and it has some stars, and like the font is also aesthetically pleasing as well. So yeah, that's how you make a thumbnail. So that's pretty much it, and then you just keep rinsing and repeating and repeat the same process over and over again. It may seem like a lot, so if you feel pressured, try to upload maybe at least once a week. But you can also study every day. Like you can do like week in my life videos, you can do like 4 a.m. study routine videos, you can give study tips as well, especially on a subject that you're really good at. So there's a lot of ideas that you can do. You don't just have to film yourself studying. You can also make TikToks, Instagram reels. I see a lot of those. So there's really a plethora of stuff that you can do in terms of making studying content. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. And if you're interested in studying a YouTube channel, I hope that this video gave you some insight onto what it's like to create a study tube channel. But thanks for watching, and also please subscribe because I make videos about studying, of course, about studying Japanese and other languages, and just overall my life. So I hope this video was helpful and enjoyable, and thank you for watching. Bye!